Hello, good day. Thank you for joining me. My name is Dennis, and welcome to my art channel. Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today, just like the title, I've got a painting on a painting on a painting here. I guess that's what they say, paintception, something like that. But the premise here is that I wanted to do 3 paintings at once here, but I couldn't figure out how to get these 3 pads into the shot at once. So, revolutionary idea, stack them on top of the other. We're going to work on the smallest of the paintings first, get some color and paint on all of the other layers as well, all the other layers of paper as well. But then as we go on, we gotta complete the centers with something new. So the first painting will not look exactly the same as the second, and so on. They will be using similar colors. They are, of course, coming from the same palette, but that isn't to say that the lines, strokes, and values are going to match up. I don't feel like I can retain the same level of energy for this full triple painting special here. So, I feel like there's going to be some times when I'm super energetic with the brush, and others where it's time to slow down and just do a couple of lines, choice lines, with a bit more thought behind them. But just a couple minutes in, and this little painting's already filled to the brim. You can see the bottom line of water developing as it's just getting flooded by water. I got a little too much going on there, maybe. So I do feel like, for better or for worse, the time to call it is soon. Going in with actually every color in the palette right now feels like a little predominant on the violet, but that's just because of the sheer amount of blues and reds going on, throwing across the page here. Oh, now that's different. Big splash of yellow, a bit of blue to follow it up, and a traditional, you know me, I gotta throw in some violet. A bit more linear here, and changing up the brush as well. You can tell that the texture of the paper is a bit different as well. That first paper I was working on is actually the thickest out of the 3 that I'm working with here, and so it does retain its shape fairly well. It's just that the surface area is so small that a few strokes and it's filled with water. Oops. Definitely takes a bit longer on these 2 sizes here. I believe the small one is 6 feet. Well, no, 6 inches by 8 inches, and then the larger here is probably something like 10 by 12, maybe 9 by 11. 9 by 11 sounds right. It's like maybe 8 by 12. I'm not gonna go over there and look, but I might put the size in the description because it's kind of relevant to this painting of what the actual size of each are. Now this is a moment of change. I decided I didn't like how much color was being put down, so I grabbed the trusty rag and went to remove some of that. Paper towel leaves quite a bit of texture, and I do make the choice here that I do like the texture. I don't want to totally push the painting in a way that it's gone, so I just add a few lines and we're on to the third and final painting here. Can you believe it? Can you believe this? This is the third painting right here. Painting from the heart, you know, just painting how it feels. I don't think I was listening to any music for this one, but there was like a game playing in the background, just listening to some commentary. I was watching some esports, some Counter-Strike 2, ESL Cologne, if you know, you know. But yeah, just chill, feeling like, you know, just having a good old time with a few brushes, a bit of water, and some color, you know. I feel like I'm here every week doing this, but that's because I love it. That's how it goes. Whip around the color and just let it flow. That's how I like to live, you know. We got all sorts of colors. I can offer you one, but why not take two, maybe three while you're here? Honestly, like, with all the variation, excuse me, the gradation of color to color. There's a lot of that going on here. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what's going on. I mean, there's a lot of blues, a lot of reds, a lot of yellows, but, you know, it's all the in-between that makes it interesting. At this point, I've decided that the paper towel is also an instrument, and I can just make marks by removing paint as well. Similar to working on a canvas and using the knife to scrape away some paint. It's kind of fun how easy it is with watercolor. I know a lot of artists keep different kind of sponges in their kit for that sort of a thing, so I kind of like the texture from the paper towel, so maybe I'll consider getting some a variety of little sponges or something and get some different textures going. The paper towel is interesting since it's got such like a big spread of circles, but I do feel like for this painting, unlike the last, I am pushing a bit of that texture away, using more of the removal aspect of it to leave the center a little bit lighter than it was before and keep it a bit better balanced. At least I hope. That's kind of what I was going for with it. Just felt like I overdid the center, and I like it to be just a bit more, a bit less rather. I just wanted a little bit less going on there, and then just going around making some little connections left, right, you know, making sure all the little spots are filled. There's no holes of plain canvas anywhere that's totally peeking out and being a problem. I don't really mind the underlayers of everything, but definitely don't want just bare canvas, plain canvas anywhere. That isn't ideal, because it does pop out a little bit when it's just that. A bit more noticeable when it's just pure white on the in between the colors. But yeah, I feel like this is reaching a point where I might say, all right, I can let this go now. I've got my energy out, my feelings are on the page, don't need to push forth anymore. I see on the table just how much splatter. There's quite a bit of spatter coming off of, especially this larger painting. I'm trying to make an arrangement of them, but you can see what happened to me at the start. Just can't figure out how to get all three on on the image at once. But I'm gonna go into some close-ups one at a time here. This one's really interesting. Honestly, I think it's my favorite just because of all the texture going on. But please let me know in the comments down below how you feel about these paintings, if there's any kind of interpretation that you feel like you see. Oh, as I remove a little bit of that paint that got splashed onto this painting. And I think I forgot where the focal point is too, but hey, thank you so much for watching. Let me know which of these paintings is your favorite, or if you like the whole idea of like stacking them on top of one another, which you know, just for the sake of it, we're gonna do here. I am gonna pick it up immediately though, it's still wet. Yeah, thank you once again for watching. Have a wonderful weekend and hope to see you next week. Peace out.